Alright, guys, welcome back to a new week, a new episode of the Big Tasty Supercoach World Tour. It's a roller coaster, really, ups and downs every week. This week was an up. Top 6% of the score, 22.56. There was actually a lot higher. But this wasn't bad. Considering some stuff that went on during the week, that wasn't a bad score. The ranks going up, I mean, it's still bad. Top 20,000 isn't good. I'd like to be in the top 5,000, but I don't see that really happening, to be honest. Anyway, let's get into the team. Pretty interesting week. Couple of pretty high scores, but then a couple of low ones as well. Like we'll start off in defense like normal. Maynard 99. Kind of robbed of a ton, but he didn't do much in the first quarter, so I think that's fair enough. Doherty 89. You want to talk about junk time points? Yeah, he got him. All of the points came in like 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. Sicily 149. Huge. The 149 really helped in terms of the matchup and just bringing back up, making his break-even hittable. I think his break-even this week was 132, something like that. Really high. I didn't think he'd hit it, but Goat James, it shows. You can't doubt him. Ridley 92, not bad. His break-even's really jumped up high now. I think it's just a couple of good scores. It's just the algorithm. He's definitely playing good. I'd say he's probably the most consistent defender here. His only problem is, at quarter time, he was on 60. He ended the game on 92. 32 points for 3 quarters. That's not great. That's not good. But yeah, with this Doherty score, it will come back up. It's literally nothing to look at. He dropped a lot, but if you don't have him, you can't afford him, and if you've got him, you keep him. What are you trading him to? Williamson 43, not great, but it's a rookie. And Day, who I had to bring in because it wasn't actually a forward trade I could put together to bring in Rankin, but that will be solved this week. Trust me. He scored 62, not the worst. His price is going up, and Hawthorn's not very good right now, so hopefully he keeps his spot, but I don't know. He looked pretty good, though. Bench, neither played. This is actually a sticky situation here. Brander, I don't think is coming back. I think his one chance to come back was Jared Cameron bad game, but it didn't happen. He scored... Well, Cameron's not good. It was 5 touches, 1 goal. It's not a good game, but he did score and they did win, so I don't see Brander coming back, which is a shame. Now, the midfield, a couple of big scores, spread out. Dangerfield, 127. That's good. He is a top 8 mid in Supercoach. I knew that was going to happen eventually, but that start of the year, man, that was a very bad start. 83, 75, that wasn't good. You stick with it. Premos become Premos. McRae 122, not bad. The Lockie Hunter coming back is huge for McRae. He's actually back to being vice-captainable. Oliver 121. I'm going to be completely honest here. He didn't deserve a 121, but I'll take it. Hey, why not? Bontempelli 105. He probably deserved a little higher, but whatever. Anything over 100's fine in this season. Cripps 85. This is becoming a big deal now because... actually, you can see it right there. 98.6 average. He's averaging under 100. That's what 56, 81, 85. That's what. Yeah, it'll do that. It'll be under 85. He hasn't had a positive price increase all year. That's... Oh boy, I didn't know that. He has not had a positive price increase all year. Interesting. Whitfield, 102, good. For most of the game, he wasn't looking good though. He's another one of these players where he's going to suck for 3/4 and then just show up and ton. I'm not too sure how much I'll like that, but, you know, he's going to be in the forward line eventually, and he's a top 6 forward, so it's fine. Pickett, 105, kind of out of nowhere. Like, he has, I think his highest before this was 93, but 105 is kind of out of nowhere. He's been pretty mediocre. Yeah, I think mediocre is a good word. But, you know, I'm fine with this. It's good for his price. It brings down his break even. If he can make it up to 300k, that's probably going to be everyone's Neil option right here if he can get up to 300k. Speaking of Neil, it's kind of off. I should talk about it in trades, but Neil's break even is at 200. You know what that means? He's coming in eventually. We'll get him in this team. It's probably going to cost the entire bank to do it, and I can't do it this week. I've already done the math. I think the earliest would be next week, and the latest would be the week after that. So, oh no, the week after, whatever. But yeah, Neil's, it's looking good. His price is coming down. It's about time, boys. Bennell, 70. At least he's getting proper time on ground now. That's fine. 70's fine. If I have to field 2 rookies, I'd prefer it to be a 70 than a... Look at this dude, 24. You gotta be kidding. But yeah, that's fine. There was actually I was playing around lineups. I reversed trades a couple of times and just trying different things out. And I ended up with Simpson on bench, and I forgot to put the E on him. Turned out to not be bad, because I think I had him... I can't remember... Did I have him over Bennell? Probably, but it doesn't matter. It's 8 points. It's not the biggest deal. This is probably what I'll be going with. I have to check lineups and stuff and see who I can loop around and stuff. As it's looking, I'm probably going to have McInerney, maybe, to loop with Bennell. I don't know. I'll have a look. Simpkin, 57. He was injured. I can't remember the injury, but he was injured for a fair bit. He spent a lot of time off ground. To pull it back up to a 57 was pretty good. His price is going to drop a fair bit now, but I only see it dropping to maybe 470. I think after that, the 57 will be out of the system, and we'll be back to tunning. Hopefully he doesn't miss a week with injury or whatever. Dusty, a 100. He's really just not trying this year. Like, this could have been a lot higher. North Melbourne was so bad. Really bad. You'd think Dusty would try a bit more, but he didn't, so 100 will have to do. He's got GWS next week. I hope that doesn't mean DeBoer, but it could. That's the issue. I don't know. You have to keep him on field, though. Devon Smith. Now, this is a talking point, at least between some of the people I know. 71. He's averaging 81. Look at these last couple of weeks. 70, 70, 68, 71. So he's going to average 70. He's got Adelaide this week, which might be like a saving grace type of thing. Maybe he tons up out of it, but I mean, it's really unlikely. What happened? I've watched this week's Essendon game. He's at the stoppage. The ball will go down to the ground, and he's the guy that stands up and he's like watching it. Well, ex-Essendon player will just jump in and get it. He's the guy watching it, and that's the type of player you don't want in Supercoach. You want the guy who jumps after it. Even if they get hold on the ball, it's better if they jump after it and get out somehow than they're just standing there, and because the angle he's on, he can't get a handball, the ball doesn't roll out that way. it's tough. But this is an interesting story right now. What do you do with Devin Smith? I could see a trade for him, trading him out. But I think this week would be a bit too early. I think next week would be the earliest to trade him out. And I mean, I have a plan, but I don't know how many other people do. Curtis Taylor, 76. That's really good. I was going to say it's not bad, but that's pretty good. His break even is still hittable, and he's rising in price. He'll be almost 300k. Same with King. Both of them are playing all right. I did have King on field, I believe. Yeah, I did. I don't think I've touched the lineups. I had King on field. I mean, if he kicked one more goal, he did drop a chest mark. Like, it was a super easy chest mark. Put me out there half asleep and I'd catch it. But yeah, 55, whatever. 2 goals. He's a tall forward, whatever. Sturt didn't play, but I looped it with Arts, which ended up being 1 point better. Yeah. Oh, wow. My big brain. 53 beats 52. I don't know, I might keep it like this. I don't know. I'll have a look at games and stuff. But Pickett and Arts just weren't very good. Arts being very bad. Just tough, man. He was at 20 for a solid, 3.5 quarters. And then he had 2 goals. I think that was in the 4th. Didn't watch it. I thought the game was boring. Didn't watch. But yeah, it was harsh. And then the Ruckman. I mean, I didn't talk about the Ruckman, but, 185, 144. It's cool. Gorn's Player of the Week, fine, whatever. If I want to keep that gimmick going, Gorn's Player of the Week. As for trades, the original trade I was going with was McInerney out, and Sturt out. Now, this would lead to, if I go to be highest price, no, maybe average is the best way to find him. I'll go down to the 80s, there it is, Basilenka. It would be bringing him in for, I can guarantee this is going to be his lowest price, 409. If you can bring him in this week, I'd highly, highly suggest bringing in Bailey Smith this week. That would be my big tip for this week. Bring him in if you can afford him. If you can't, you're screwed, but, most people can, I reckon. I was going to do this, and then Rankin, wherever he is. Where is he? Right there. That was going to be the trade, but then I had a bit of a look at it. And still fielding 3 forward rookies. Bailey Smith playing would mean I'm only fielding 1 midfield rookie, which is good, but that means you only have a 1 out of 4 chance to get the correct rookie, because that's how it's going this year. I'd say it's a coin flip, but it's worse than 50-50. So this is what I came up with. Here's 232. I was going to not trade McInerney, because if he plays, his price will only go up. His break even is not high. I'd bring it up, but I don't have footy wire up. It shouldn't jump that high. So instead, I was trading out Pickett. I lose 4k in the bank off this, but it gives me another forward, which would actually complete my forward line, would it? No. I'm then 1 off completing the forward line. But then, when you look at it, Rankin is possibly a keeper. I think both games this year that he's played, he's scored 2 goals. I think he had 2 goals. The Gold Coast game, I was hyped for it, but then I was busy, so I didn't watch it. But, I think Rankin is a keeper. 2 games is too early to say. Like, it is kind of just jumping on the hype train and stuff and saying, oh yeah, he's the rookie of the year or the recruit of the year, you know what I mean? But at this current point, I do think he's a keeper. Hopefully I'm not too wrong in that. So this is going to be the trade. it does get one forward rookie off. These forward rookies that aren't Curtis Taylor and Curtis Taylor and Max King, not Ben King. I wish it was Ben King. They're just not that good. 53s. I mean, I don't want them on field. Plus, I don't know. When I trade out Devin Smith, it helps. So this is going to be the trade. Vazelenka in. Hopefully next week Neil in. That's like, cross your fingers, cross your toes, get the horseshoe out, get the rabbit's foot, or whatever, I think it's rabbit's foot, whatever you need. I need all the luck that Neil does not score, 195 and then he only drops like 2k. I'm hoping he, scores. What does he have this week? Can't check on the screen, can I? Doesn't matter. But as you can see, I won the matchup. Let's see if it loads up the next week. This week I've got one of the infamous cheat teams. I explained this earlier in the season, but this isn't actually this guy's account. Someone thought it was funny to have 3 accounts in the league. This account, and this account is run by the same person. Not much you can do about it now, but I mean, I'm not a fan of this week. But anyway, it's just a week got to do. Anyway, I think that's about it for this week. Hopefully this is the last week on this microphone. The new one's meant to be coming in the mail at some point. I'm completely sick of this microphone. I think it sounds horrible and it's a pain in the ass to edit. But anyway, hope you all have good luck this week. Remember to bring in Vazelenka, and see you all next time.